Welcome back to West Sound TV presents high school basketball, the second half of action from North Kitsap High School. I'm the doctor, Doc Parr, joined by Patricia Ann on the camera, Kitty Campagna on the other microphone, and the North Kitsap Vikings hosting the Bremerton High School Knights up here, and we've got a good one going tonight. Kitty.
Doc, it's a Tuesday night, but it's certainly a good-sized crowd, especially the students and the band and supporting their North Kitsap girls who are having a great season.
North Kitsap currently third in the Olympic League standings, one behind the Bremerton High Knights. And North Kitsap going down low to Lexi Simmons to bring it to within two, 26-24 Knight lead.
Now, I had Lexi as one of the leading scorers for North in that first half with 6 points, so she's up to 8 now. Rebecca Baugh being the other one with 6.
And that's Jalen Carpenter driving with the layup for North Kitsap, or for Bremerton High School. Rebecca Baugh handling it for North. Also out there is number 24, Indica Bray, trying to go inside to Lexi Simmons. Kristen Brown, and got to call a blocking foul down low on Indica Bray.
And I think that was a good call. She tried to get set, but you could see her moving as Carpenter came into her. Nice job by Carpenter to just take it to the hoop.
And Coach Debbie Lindgren has Courtney Carpenter, Jalen Carpenter, Shawnee Grittenberger out there. And it looks like Khadijah DeWalt is starting this along with Sawyer Kluge.
Carpenter with 11 points now.
Oh, a good rebound by Jalen Carpenter, but she could not put it in. It's a 5-point lead for Bremerton, 29-24. Just underway in the third quarter.
You have the freshman and sophomore leading the team out as guards, but a lot of senior leadership underneath for this North Kitsap team.
Nice kick out. Yeah, Indica Bray couldn't complete it. Quick down court pass to DeWalt. She puts it through for the Knights. A quick start here for Bremerton. And I don't see Coach French ready to call the timeout quite yet. Oh, Brown
Beautiful
with
pass.
a nice drive and a good pass. That one I might almost have taken it in. She had such a nice lane.
Did you see who was there, though? The second you run into a Carpenter, that's a really tough drive.
She was kind of behind her, though. Very well could have been a foul. And Jalen has 2 already.
That is correct.
North Kitsap working it around on the baseline. Ooh, nice move by Indigo Williams. Couldn't complete the reverse, though, and Bremerton coming the other way. Kaluja's shot is off, and Brown with the rebound for the Vikings. Open is Lexi Simmons, and her shot off the board is good for 2. North Kitsap getting back into it, 26-31.
Lexi understands those angles underneath the basket and how to use a backboard, and that is why she's so successful.
And a turnover on the Knights.
Chris Murphy moving a cheerleader back.
Rebecca Baugh with it. She drives the paint, and she'll take it all the way. Ball is tapped out of bounds by Bremerton, so North Kitsap will bring it in. Plenty of time on the shot clock, 22 seconds. Calling for somebody to break. They got to get it in. They're going to, oh man, they've come close to that 5-second shot.
More than once.
Yeah.
Sawyer Kluge with the steal.
Out there now for North is Hannah Snyder. Ball gets loose, but Bremerton maintains the possession. Nice pass down low. Whoa! Good block on that one. And despite a whistle being blown, I think that was a pretty good defensive play.
I think they are saying it was on the floor because no one's going for a shot, so.
Yeah.
They're trying to give that to the other. I don't know who they're trying to give that to.
Oh, nice pass down low to Grettenberger.
Those are Grettenberger's first points of the evening, but she does a nice job of finding that opening because people are so busy doubling the big
pass
girls.
is taken away by Courtney Carpenter.
That's going to be an offensive foul. The push off by Carpenter.
26-33, the Bremerton High Knights up, and here's the timeout by Coach French. Bremerton got a little bit of a quick start here in this third period.
Yeah, they started out with 26, and they're already up at 33, but I still don't know if they even know when that foul was called on the floor, who it was on, because suddenly they have a third foul on number 32. Oh, Lexi maybe.
That would be Lexi Simmons.
And I didn't see her anywhere near that. It was someone she must have gotten on the floor.
Well, 5-minute, 13-second mark here at number 3. And again, the North Kitsap Vikings in the third spot in the Olympic League, 1 game behind Bremerton, and the second spot at the Kingston Lady Buccaneers up there on top this year again.
Well, and we will be up at Kingston on Friday, and it will be the same North Kitsap team, not because we're playing overly favorites with the North. When you start looking at the schedules, we're trying to bring you some of the better games, and that we consider that a huge rivalry and what should once again be a good game between 2 very good teams.
That's right, that old cross-district thing.
Yep.
And whistle blows down low. And I think we'll get the foul tag to Grettenberger.
Well, the North Kitsap team, where they are 6-2 in league, one of those losses is to Olympic. So this is such a even league. It is very tough.
Well, and Olympic is currently in 4th, but again, only 1 game behind.
Right.
Oh, nice breakaway by Bremerton, and a good job by Jalen Carpenter finishing it off.
You got to like the way she did that. She got the steal, immediately ran down the court for the outlet.
Baugh takes it into the paint, and she'll get fouled and go up to the free throw line.
I think you can just pick up some paint off of that floor eventually when you fall that hard.
Well, she had a good idea there, and there was room. She just needs to work on that, making that shot a little bit softer. First one down.
Rebecca with 6 points in the first half.
And Coach Lindgren's going to call a 30-second timeout. The Knights leading 35-27, and Baugh has one more shot coming up at the free throw line.
Well, one of the reasons why the Knights have been so successful is that they have decreased their number of turnovers. Sawyer Kluge, when she started at the point, had a couple rough days, some of that learning process and not having the trust of her teammates and knowing what she was doing entirely, but she has not seemed to have that problem tonight. And when they're on defense, boy, they are making turnovers happen with those long arms that they have out there. They are in the passing lanes and then running the break.
All right, it'll be Rebecca Baugh up at the free throw line for her second shot, and count it. North Kitsap hanging in there. Bremerton now with a 7-point lead, 35-28. About halfway through this third period.
Yeah, I asked Coach French who probably his toughest defender is, and he mentioned Rebecca Baugh in an open court. She is wonderful, and we've seen that more than once on the breakaway where she's made things happen. And
DeWalt goes down low to, this time, Courtney Carpenter, who puts the 2 in for the Knights.
Courtney already with 13 points.
And that ball taken away down low by Jalen Carpenter. She tries to get it ahead to DeWalt, and the ball goes out of bounds, so North Kitsap will get the inbound.
That steal coming from the anticipation of where that pass might be going. Nice job.
Back up to a 9-point lead. Oh boy, I don't know how Lexi Simmons hung on to that thing. North has really been working to get it into the paint, but that's where a lot of those turnovers are coming.
They are, but when Lexi gets it, she is pretty impressive, even against people that much taller than her. She's only listed at 5'8".
Courtney's shot is off, rebound by her sister Jalen, and
the shot's not going to count. It's a travel.
A little bit of walking before the shot was put up. And coming in for North Kitsap is Emily Nold. Emily had a good first half.
She did. She had some nice moves underneath, and she was very good at when she got the pass in, if she didn't have a shot, quickly getting it back out to her guards.
And there again, another TO for North Kitsap.
When you are just used to running that high-low game, it is hard to find a new answer to that, but hard to get it in.
Rebecca almost got one given to her, and North is going to get it anyway.
That time it was kicked.
Off the foot.
Sawyer Kluge wiping off her feet on the side, trying to get a little better traction. I think she's going to reciprocate with some pretty tough defense standing there at the half-court line.
3:30 left to go here in the third period. 7-point lead for the Knights. Simmons, she goes down to Williams. Back to Simmons, and she'll take the short shot off, and it's Jalen Carpenter. Tries to get it to her sister, pass a little bit ahead of her, and Kristen Brown coming out of there. Nice pass. Oh, I wanted to give the assist to Kristen.
I know, because that was
nice
pretty.
Pass. Very nice. Well, Bremerton bringing it in again.
With a 7-point lead, 37-30. 3 minutes left in the third quarter.
And that's Jalen Carpenter with it. She'll step to the free throw line, take the jumper, shots off, and ball on the floor. And finally the jump ball.
There it is. You've been waiting, Doc,
That's
all night.
Correct. The possession arrow in favor of Bremerton. So Charnay Grettenberger will trigger it in. She's been their designated inbounder tonight. It'll go over to DeWalt. Into Jalen. Oh, man, you can't get a shot closer than that one without it going down.
Oh, that might be 4 on Lexi Simmons if they're calling that foul.
And it is going to go on 32, it looks like. That is 4 on Lexi. And
she was making sure they reset the shot clock on that whistle. Boy, watch Grettenberger. She goes right underneath now, blocks out, and is ready for that shot, which is what she did on. She understands her role as the inbounder, because quite often it is the inbounder who becomes the most dangerous person on that court.
Yep. And Coach French is walking along the bench. Oh, nice pass on the inside, and getting her own rebound off the miss is Grettenberger, but foul's going to be called, and again, this one's going to go against North.
I think this one's on Indigo Williams.
Yep. And Lexi Simmons with 4 is going to come out of the game. Coach French needs to save her from fourth quarter action.
Puts in Sheridan Sanchez, who's only 5'6", and may have to just get on a ladder to do some defensive work underneath there.
Well, DeWalt will look for the long 3 off the iron, and the rebound is loose, and Brown gets it for the Vikings. Back to Baugh, and it's over to Sheridan, back to Brown. Long outside shot by Baugh. It's off, and the rebound pulled down by Grettenberger, and it's going to be a foul on North. It's Emily Nold.
And we are at 16 fouls on the Vikings, 1 more, and there will be the 1-and-1. We didn't even hit penalty in the first half.
And we still have 2 minutes to go in the third period. That could be tough for the Vikings. Kluge with it.
Once again, slipping a little bit out there.
Grettenberger's shot is down for 2.
Charnay with 4 points this half.
Back to a 9-point lead for the Bremerton High Knights. Baugh to Brown. Oh, a nice inside move, but blocked down low. Williams gets her own shot back, though. Their block shot, and she'll go up to the free throw line. She got pounded on by the tall trees there. A little slow to get up now.
And I believe she'll be shooting, too. Nice job of getting that and taking it to the basket.
And they certainly can ill afford to lose her with Lexi Simmons sitting on the bench with 4 fouls. .146 left to go in this period. Ooh.
If I were Indigo, I'd blame that all on the fall on the floor. It does take a second or two to get your bearings back after that.
Second shot coming up. And
Yeah.
that one, nothing but net for Indigo Williams. 8-point lead for the Knights. Go over for a oh man, who needs any arc for Jalen Carpenter? Flat shot goes down for 3.
Jalen with 13 points right now, tied with her twin sister.
Sanchez, it goes into Williams. Williams turnaround, keeps the Vikings within striking distance, still down by 9.
Senior with some great leadership out there, finds an opening and takes it.
Down low to the other Carpenter, and she puts it in for 2. That would be Courtney.
Courtney's now taking the scoring lead with 15. They're just going to play that game, I think.
Oh, ball gets knocked out of Rebecca Baugh's hands, and it's a break. But Kristen Brown takes it away down in the paint. Whoa. Kristen, I don't know what she had hoped to accomplish besides tearing a ligament.
Well, I saw Indigo over there, and she really did have to get between them to try to attempt a pass to her, but that was interesting. Well, they're saying it was a shot.
Man, first one's good for the sophomore.
Her first point of this evening.
And Nitika Bray in the game now. Going to give Indigo Williams a little extra rest. Indigo Bray at 5'11" is the tallest player on the Viking team.
And Rebecca Fry, number 21, into the game for
And they're going to say
Bremerton.
off Bremerton, so North Kitsap will get the inbound. Under a minute to go here in this third period. It'll be Sheridan Sanchez bringing it in, a freshman. Out front. Good job to get it into Bray.
Oh, what a force.
Brown tries to get it into Sanchez, and they're going to say, actually, it was Knoll she was trying to get it to, and off of North, Bremerton will have it, the ball.
I do like that they use the bounce pass and that they like to go on inside, but it has not been overly open today.
DeWalt to Jalen Carpenter, back to DeWalt, inside to Courtney. She'll send it to Kluge, who's a good outside shooter, and puts the 2 down. And suddenly it's a 12-point lead for the Knights.
As I said, I think these Vikings might need 10 on that court to guard these guys.
Oh, that was a great move that time by Nold. It would not go down, but North Kitsap will maintain the possession with 11.8 seconds left to go in the quarter.
I like Emily's effort underneath that basket and then putting it right back up after the rebound. That's a good...
Bray will take it, count it, and that's worth 3. 3 seconds on the clock, and the three-quarter length shot is not going to go down for Bremerton, but Bremerton has the lead at the end of 3, 46-37, and it's been up and around that 9-point lead a good portion of this third period for the Bremerton High Knights.
I think their highest lead was 11 at one point, but they've scored 20 points in this period, and that is hard to keep up with no matter who you are. So the one thing that, as we noticed, that with Lexi Simmons out, they don't have that inside force as much, although Emily Knoll is doing a pretty good job. But those Carpenter twins, they are playing like the skilled, and not just tall, but they have some great skills to go with it, and they're really having nice games.
Well, we want to thank the Kitsap Sun for streaming our programming to the community. A live game twice a week, Tuesdays and Fridays on the kitsapsun.com/game of the week, GOTW. And of course, the programs, this is number 1 on BKAT today for us on our playback. Number 2, as you mentioned earlier, will be another girls game, and it will be these North Kitsap Vikings traveling up to Kingston to take on the Kingston Lady Buccaneers, currently leading the Olympic League.
They do it somehow every year. They just pull rabbits out of hats, I tell you. It's amazing.
Well, last year was the first year they did not make it to state.
I know. For a brand new school, that is incredible.
Yep, that was a pretty amazing record. 3 years in a row for a brand new school. And it's going to be Jalen Carpenter coming out of there with it for the Knights. Over to Cluj. That's DeWalt.
Now Sawyer's listed at 5'9", so on many teams,
Ooh, count it.
she would be underneath. But when you start watching that shot, I can see why she's been so successful out there.
And Brown, nowhere to go in the middle. She'll have to go back out front. Lexi Simmons back in the game. Good pass. And Lexi with a good board off a missed shot. Offensive rebound. She's been doing a nice job with the offensive boards.
I have Lexi with 14, and that just because she's in the right places and knows what to do underneath there.
Oh, good anticipation by Baugh. She's got a clean lane and counted for 2 in the layup. And a quick timeout here. And it looks like it's going to be Coach Lindgren calling this one as the Knights had a 12-point lead. It's down to 8.
Well, Coach knows what she's seeing happening, that they're being just a little bit lazy with their passes. And you can't be lazy against this North Kitsap team. Baugh may not have the wingspan that some of the others do up front, but she's got some great anticipation. She leads her team with, I think it's 20. Oh, she actually isn't the leader. Kristen Brown has 26 steals, and Rebecca has 20 this year.
Just underway in the 4th period, just a slightly over a minute gone. We're at the 6-minute, 58-second mark. And the Vikings got a little bit of making up to do here. Down by 8, 41-49 to the Bremerton High Knights. And Coach Lindgren taking all her time on that timeout on that one.
Both of these coaches are fun to watch and talk to because they feel so good about the teams that they have put together here.
Coach French assisted by Dave Snyder and Sean Olmstead. And Kathy Guy and Naomi Abad assisting Debbie Lindgren. And Grettenberger, a good pass. Very nice pass, and Grettenberger puts the layup in. Make that a double-digit lead once again. Ball knocked loose. Brown grabs it. And they're going to say out of bounds off Bremerton.
20 seconds on the shot clock. You know, I like the play of Charnay. She's done some really nice work on rebounding, been in the right place on when they're double teaming everybody else.
Good move. That was Lexi Simmons to Indigo. Williams couldn't quite complete it, but that was a very good play by Lexi.
Seniors Brace, Simmons, and Williams in there now.
Grettenberger puts it back on the offensive board. Can't get it, but the Knights will maintain the possession.
10 points separate these two teams.
And Kelsey Steerland is in the game now for Bremerton. Grettenberger will inbound into Cluj. Getting it down low. Oh, nice block from behind. That block was Indica Bray, and we'll have to see who this foul is going to be tagged to.
If it is Lexi, she is gone.
And it
she's
looks
walking
like
that way.
It is. That is 5 for senior Lexi Simmons out there. And Emily Nold is going to come in to replace her. Had a good, hard-fought ball game tonight for Lexi.
Well, Lexi scored 14 points with a lot of time that she wasn't in there because of foul problems.
First one goes through for Jalen.
The move Jalen had on that, the way she elevated as well on her shot. She's learned that there's more than just being tall. You have to know how to use it, and those are the things that we've watched over the years.
Back to a 12-point lead for the Bremerton High Knights, 53-41. Ball go into the paint, and her shot is off. Rebound pulled down by Courtney Carpenter.
Kind of the teardrop shot that if you watch Gonzaga, we call him Tiny Stockton. That's his favorite shot.
Oh, good pass. That was an excellent job of seeing the cutting player. Cluj will get the 2 for that. And timeout, Coach French at the 5:41 mark here in the fourth period, and it is now the largest lead of the night for the Bremerton High Knights, 55-41.
Well, and I think Coach Lindgren knows that. Her team just keeps wearing down the other one, keeps wearing it down. They do a lot of the transition baskets, so that takes a lot of running out of them. And my guess is these girls have done a sprint or two because they are in excellent shape. Not one of them looks tired.
Well, we're West Sound TV. Happy to have you with us. We're a local nonprofit organization whose mission is to produce, promote, and help to develop local community television here in Kitsap County. And we're very happy to be working with the Kitsap Sun this year to stream these games live around the world, worldwide.
Worldwide, exactly.
On the World Wide Web.
Well, and we've just gotten confirmation from Spencer Anderson, our typical streamer, that it looks good and sounds good, so we know we're successful. Yeah. So that's pretty exciting.
All right, Spencer, good to hear from you. He'll be with us on Friday.
He will.
At Friday's game. And
I had told him I might not be able to be there, so he's trying to work out some things, but plans have changed, so you're stuck with me, Doc.
24 with it is Indy Gabray. She tries to go inside to Williams, and the foul is going to be tagged on Bremerton.
This time it's on Courtney Carpenter, I believe. There is a reason they wear numbers, because it would get awfully confusing after a while.
North is in the penalty, and Bremerton's next foul will also put Bremerton in the penalty. Indy Gabray comes out, and coming in is Hannah Snyder, who will inbound. Snyder goes out front to Bosch. She'll elevate for the three. Count it. And boy, North Kitsap could use that.
Oh, yeah. Ball with 16 now.
Little full court pressure by the Vikings. Knights get across the half court line. Oh, Kluge just going right around her defender. Could not complete it, but grabs her own rebound for the putback for Sawyer Kluge. And North Kitsap with another turnover. Ball gets loose, and Bremerton will bring it in.
I looked down to put my score down, and suddenly it was the other team's ball.
Yep. Charnay Grettenberger will inbound for the Knights.
Kluge with 13 points. There are weapons everywhere. Double digits for 3 players for Bremerton.
And Courtney's shot is off, but run down by Grettenberger. So the Knights maintain the possession.
Oh.
And Sawyer will get a trip to the free throw line, and there could have been a choice of 2, maybe 3 Vikings.
Certainly, why not? Can we do that in thirds on that particular foul?
It looks like they're going to tag it to Emily Nold. She only has 2.
Yeah, as a coach, can you say, could you give it to that one?
First one in and out. And Sawyer will have a second shot. Second one's off, and Williams fighting for the board for North. And they're going to call a jump ball and say possession arrow goes to the Knights.
Grettenberger has been in almost every one of those as the second half of that sandwich around poor whatever Viking rebounds.
Comes out to Kluge behind the three-point line. She'll shoot it, and shots off. Ball's loose, and they're going to call a foul on Bremerton. That puts Bremerton in the penalties, so North will go up to the free throw line for the 1-and-1.
One of the ways that North could get back in this, that they are trailing by 13. The first time they played these Lady Knights, they trailed by 16 and came back, but I think you have a more mature team here and one that might not fold as easily.
Brown's first shot off the iron, and rebound pulled down by Grettenberger. Kluge with it for the Knights. Ball gets loose, but grabbed again by Gaines. Well, get a step and a half, I guess.
Boy, she didn't have anywhere to come down, did she? Exactly.
So they will call foul. And Kluge going up to the free throw line, and that is 5 fouls on Kristen Brown.
Ooh.
According to the scoreboard. But
and they need to take her out now.
But our referee is looking at that, and possibly that was not who got tagged with the foul. We'll have to wait and see as they discuss it with the scorekeeper. And it looks like they're saying that it should be 4 fouls on Kristen, not 5.
She had 3 in the first half, I think. And so, but it, like you say, whether or not it was called on her.
Well.
Oh, it is her 4th personal. You are correct. And Emily Nold goes out.
Leah Baugh back in the game now for North Kitsap. Leah Jr.
We hear there's another Baugh. She's very, very young. They just keep putting out Baugh girls like you can't believe. So
Rebecca Baugh is a freshman. And shot rattles around, comes out. Somebody's got to grab it. And finally, it is Rebecca Baugh.
Indigo Williams with a nice job of blocking out, making sure her teammate could get to that.
They go inside to Williams. Nice play by Indigo.
Have Indigo with 7 points.
Oh, Baugh doing a nice job on D. Kluge comes away with it, though, for the Knights. They'll go inside to Courtney Carpenter. Shot is off. Rebound pulled down by Courtney. It was Jalen's shot. And the putback by Grettenberger.
Well, now they're Grettenberger with 8. All she needs is one more basket to have 4 Knights in double figures.
And ball knocked loose by Carpenter. That'll be Kluge driving the paint. Shot is off, but Jalen Carpenter with the big board. Bodies on the floor. Foul's going to be called.
Well, I'm really not sure how Kluge does it, but I swear I see traveling more than once on some of those drives, and maybe she's mastered the pro aspect of it.
Jalen Carpenter will go up to the free throw line for the Knights, leading 60-46 here with 3:43 left to play in the game. And number 1 down.
So we have found that Jalen doesn't have a whole lot of need for arc, and seems to be pretty. She's been pretty successful with it. So, you know, you really don't change what works.
Second one through. 62-46 lead for the Bremerton High Knights.
I have her 4 of 5 from the line tonight, along with all of her many baskets and a 3.
Shot down low is a good play. Leah Ba's shot is blocked, and coming out of there is Jalen Carpenter. Kicks it over to her sister Courtney. Oh, wide open down low. Sawyer Kluge. Good assist by Courtney.
Well, the Carpenters are a threat from anywhere, so it does open up the shots for others.
Long outsider off by Baugh, but rebound goes to Brown. Baugh has it, trying to get into Indigo Williams. Williams with a quick turnaround.
Indigo.
I know. And a breakaway for the Knights.
And I think Brown now has her 5th foul.
Yeah, well, again, I think there are a couple of choices there. We'll see. And it will be 2 shots, and indeed that is the 5th foul, tag to Kristen Brown, who did a nice job in tonight's game for the Vikings.
Only 1 point for Brown, but she certainly is important out there on the assists and as well as steals.
First shot by Carpenter is off. Well, second one goes through. Leah Brown into her sister Rebecca. Long, quick outside shot. Bremerton's going to get the board, double team down in the paint, but they finally get it to Carpenter. Yeah, Carpenter just driving her way into the middle.
Did you see who the give and go was from? It would be her sister.
Yep.
That was some of that kinship working on that one.
Yeah. Oh, that shot just a little hard. It was a good move. Yeah, Rebecca's had some good moves into the paint, but her shot is just too hard.
It has not been overly successful, but I mean, she still has lots of points. If I can, 6, 8, 10, 16. So she's been, but she is.
Well, she's had the drive.
Yeah.
She does a good job on the drive, and she just needs to learn to lay that thing up softly.
Grettenberger with 9 now.
And in reality, that's one of the harder plays in basketball, I think, is that driving layup straight onto the iron.
Oh, definitely. If you can be off to the side a little bit. She's, as I said, done a little bit of the teardrop as well.
Oh, rebound to Carpenter, and she'll put in another 2. Bremerton running away with it now, 70-46.
What was a 9-point lead at the end of the third quarter has been expanded. And I believe revenge hath been gotten.
Yep, into Indigo Williams. We have Ashley Mueller in the game now for North, as well as Cardoza. She came in a little while ago. And North will be the beneficiary of the turnover this time.
Offensive foul, I believe that number 4 pushed away. That is her first foul. Charlize Gaines.
Williams will take the jump shot, and off, rebound pulled down by Jalen Carpenter. And she turns on the afterburner, sends it over to Kluge. Kluge puts a shot off the board. Yeah, not much you can do when you're hitting those kind of shots.
No. And not much you can do when the 6'2" girl drives it down and then passes out.
Oh, nice shot that time by Cardoza for the Vikings. Vikings trying full court pressure.
The smother defense. And Indigo's going to get called for the push. I'm not sure how many fouls she's at. To see if they have anyone left on their bench by the end of this.
That's only 3.
Oh, that's all.
Senior.
She's got a minute 20 to get a couple more.
Co-captain. Off the front of the iron on that first one for Kluge. And coming in for Williams is 23.
That's wonderful, Doc.
We do not have.
If only we had a 23 listed. Let me look and see if we...
Second shot down for Kluge.
They don't even have a 23 listed for the JV, so I'm apologize for not knowing that name.
Uh-oh. Carpenter with another takeaway. And that shot is off. North Kitsap will get the board, come the other way. We got about a minute left to go in the ball game. Mueller with it. Inside. And now that time Grettenberger takes it away.
Yeah, there are a solid core of players, and they haven't done a lot of switching. They're still all out there. I think this is a stamina thing and a statement by Bremerton.
Steyerland is in the game for the Knights, number 10. Long outsider off the bank, off the backboard.
And Grettenberger in double figures, and not only the fans, but Grettenberger enjoying that one.
I guess. And Mueller sends it to Snyder, and Snyder will get a trip to the free throw line. 16.4 seconds left to go. Well, North Kitsap is not going to have it any easier this coming Friday when they have to go up to Kingston to take on the league-leading Kingston Buccaneers.
Definitely. They aren't going to have quite the Twin Towers, but they still have some height up there, and they play with a many guard offense and just are so quick with their passes. I'm excited to see the changes since we saw them play Olympic.
Well, Coach French will have a couple of days to work with them on play in Kingston. And Kluge will just dribble it out. Well, sends it over to Carpenter. And that's it. End of the ball game up here in Paulsbo. And Bremerton High Knights come on to big time in the second half to take a 76-50 win over the North Kitsap Vikings.
Doc, that is a 50-point half for this Bremerton team. They led 26-22 at halftime, and they really turned on the afterburners this second half. Foul trouble certainly hurt North Kitsap, but just the athleticism of this Bremerton Knight team is exciting to watch.
There are college teams that don't put 76 points
Oh, you aren't
on
a
the
kid.
board.
You aren't a college men's teams that don't do it.
Well, happy to have you with us. And again, thanks to the Kitsap Sun for streaming it live. Our next live stream will be Friday for you folks that cannot make it to Kingston High School to see another great girls contest as the Kingston Lady Buccaneers host the North Kitsap Vikings. We are West Sound TV, and that will be game number 2 in our doubleheader on BKAT. Patricia Ann's on the camera, Kitty Campagna is on the other microphone, and I'm the doctor, Doc Parr from Paulsbo, saying stay tuned. We will see you soon.